I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. How? It only had 3 legs. It was a wonky donkey, wonky donkey, wonky donkey.
Hi everybody. It's November and I haven't read books for maybe a week. Shh. It seems like I was just busy after Halloween. And anyway, do you know what's coming up next? These are my little bobblehead pilgrims. And they're gonna do a little dance for you. Anyway, Thanksgiving is coming. Yes, and we have so much to be thankful for. And I'm going to read part of one of my favorite books that I always like reading to my class called The Pilgrim Party. And this tells the real story about the pilgrims. It's a great story. So I'm just going to read part of it each day. It says, here is a real story about real people who lived a long time ago, before your mother or your grandmother, even before your great-grandmother. They were called pilgrims, and this is how they were dressed. There were father pilgrims and mother pilgrims, little boy pilgrims, little girl pilgrims, and pilgrim dogs and cats. Look at that. That looks so different than how we dress nowadays. Wow. They lived in a town with a funny name. It was called Scrooby. Other towns in England had prettier names than Scrooby, but the Pilgrims liked Scrooby best. The Pilgrims were terribly good. On Sunday, they always went to church, whether it rained or not. Sounds like what my mother made me do. I had to go to church every Sunday, whether it rained or snowed, and we had to walk to church too because we didn't have a car. But where their church was, no one knew. Not even the king's soldiers could find it. They looked in the woods. They looked in the cellars. They looked in the attics. For King James had said that everyone must go to his church. He was a frightfully selfish man. He didn't want to let people worship how they liked to worship. When the pilgrims would not mind him, the king sent his soldiers to Scrooby. They took the pilgrims away to a dark, gloomy dungeon. There the poor pilgrims were most uncomfortable, for the king's dungeon was cold and damp. Their only visitors were the big gray rats who came to eat and sleep with them. You see that? His feet are in what are called stocks. He couldn't get up and he couldn't go anywhere at all. And really, they hadn't done anything but just worshipped how they liked to worship. After several weeks, when the king thought the pilgrims had been punished enough, he let them all go home. Then the pilgrims decided to run away to Holland. So they sold their farms, they sold their horses, they sold their furniture and their cows and chickens. Look at that. It says the cows were very sad. That was a big decision for them to make. Pilgrim mothers packed clothing with a few other things in great big trunks, and the children helped. The next dark night, pilgrim fathers dragged the heavy trunks to the seashore. There a boat waited which carried the pilgrims to Holland. See that in the night? They were leaving and going to another country. Holland was not at all like Scrooby. Wooden shoes went clackety, clackety, clack. Windmills whirred and whirred as round and round the wind blew them. Storks looked down from their nest in the chimney tops, and hundreds of tulips covered the ground. Dutch fathers and mothers, Dutch boys and girls, Dutch cows and chickens all lived together in little brick houses built on legs like pianos. So this was the new place in Holland that the pilgrims decided to go to. Soon the pilgrims were settled in their own little Dutch homes. Fathers worked in Dutch factories. Mothers cooked Dutch meals. Children went to Dutch schools and played Dutch games. The pilgrims stayed and stayed in Holland. They stayed so long their children turned into Dutch children. Even their own mothers could not understand them because they were speaking another language. This was most upsetting. You see all the fathers here? Look at them. They're just thinking and thinking and thinking. They nearly wore their heads out thinking. So one day they heard of a brand new country, America by name. There they could build a town that would be just like Scrooby. And they could live and worship the way they wanted to. But America was far across the sea and they had no boat. So the Pilgrims saved all their pennies and they bought a boat called the Speedwell. In the ship's hold, they stored barrels of grain and bags of beans and boxes of vegetables and bottles of jam and all their belongings. The boat got so crowded there was no room for a cow, so they filled tub after tub with golden butter, getting ready to go where? To America from Holland. So I'm going to stop there. And we'll see what happens tomorrow to the Pilgrims. But remember, this was a true story and really happened. So we'll see what happens next. This is a fun story called the Wonky Donkey. And I'm not sure if I read this one already, but there's the Wonky Donkey. There's the Dinky Donkey. And now I just got a gift from Lindsay, my daughter-in-law. And this is called the Granny Donkey. So there's a grandma. Look at that. Does it look like me? Oh, sort of, huh? So I'm going to start with the Wonky Donkey. Maybe some of you have heard this story. It's a funny one. The Wonky Donkey. Look at that guy. I was walking down the road. Look at that beautiful road. And I saw a donkey. And he only had 3 legs. 1, 2, 3. I wonder what happened to him. He was a wonky donkey. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. He only had 3 legs and only 1 eye. He was a winky, wonky donkey. Oh, that poor donkey. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. He only had 3 legs, 1 eye, and he liked to listen to country music. Yee-haw! He was a honky-tonky, winky, wonky donkey. Whew, that's a little hard to say. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. Yee-haw! He had 3 legs, 1 eye. He liked to listen to country music, and he was quite tall and slim. He was a lanky, honky-tonky, winky, wonky donkey. Look at him looking. Look at that donkey, will you? Wow. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. Yee-haw! He only had 3 legs, 1 eye. He liked to listen to country music. He was quite tall and slim, and he smelt, really, really bad. Whew! He was a stinky, dinky, lanky, honky, tonky, winky, wonky donkey. Oh, look at that bird. Oh, the donkey smells so bad. The bird collapsed. Well, I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. Yee-haw! I don't think I'm too great at doing that. He only had 3 legs, 1 eye. He liked to listen to country music. He was quite tall and slim. He smelled really, really bad. Whew! And that morning, he'd got up early and hadn't had any coffee. He was a cranky, stinky, dinky, lanky, honky, tonky, winky, wonky donkey. Whew! He looks cranky, doesn't he? Wow. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. Yee-haw! He only had 3 legs, only 1 eye. He liked to listen to country music. He was quite tall and slim. Oh, he smelt, really, really bad. That morning he'd got up early and hadn't had any coffee, and he was always getting up to mischief. He was a hanky-panky, cranky, stinky, dinky, lanky, honky, tonky, winky, wonky, donkey. Look at that. He's eating the underwear right off the clothesline. That donkey. Well, I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. Ee-haw! He only had 3 legs, only 1 eye. He liked to listen to country music. He was quite tall and slim, and oh, he smelled really, really bad. That morning he'd got up early and hadn't had any coffee. He was always getting up to mischief, but he was quite good looking. He was a spunky, hanky-panky, cranky, stinky, dinky, lanky, honky, tonky, winky, wonky, donkey. Look at that guy. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. Look at what he did. Oh no, he ruined the clothes. Ee-haw! What would you do if you saw a donkey like that? Oh my goodness. And now I'm going to read the Dinky Donkey. The Dinky Donkey. This is a little guy. A Dinky Donkey. Look at that. The Dinky Donkey. Wonky Donkey had a child. Look at that. How cute. It was a little girl. Hee-haw. She was so cute and small. She was a Dinky Donkey. Aww. Wonky Donkey had a child and it was a little girl. Hee-haw. She was so cute and small and she had beautiful long eyelashes. Look at that. She was a blinky dinky donkey. What a cutie. Wonky Donkey had a child. It was a little girl. Eek-haw. She was so cute and small. She had beautiful long eyelashes and she loved to listen to rowdy music. She was a punky, blinky, dinky donkey. Look at that. Wonky Donkey had a child. It was a little girl. Ee-haw. She was so cute and small. She had beautiful long eyelashes. She loved to listen to rowdy music. And she painted her hooves bright pink. She was an inky, pinky, punky, blinky, dinky donkey. What a silly donkey. Wonky Donkey had a child and it was a little girl. Ee-haw. She was so cute and small. She had beautiful long eyelashes. She loved to listen to rowdy music. She painted her hooves bright pink and she had to go pee-pee. She was a winky, tinky, inky, pinky, punky, blinky, dinky donkey. Have you ever had to do that? Sure you have. Poor little donkey. Wonky Donkey had a child. It was a little girl. Ee-haw. She was so cute and small. She had beautiful long eyelashes. She loved to listen to rowdy music. She painted her hooves bright pink. She had to go pee-pee. And she loved to play the piano. She was a plinky, plonky, winky, tinky, inky, pinky, punky, blinky, dinky donkey. Look at that donkey go on the piano. Oh, wow. Well, Wonky Donkey had a child. It was a little girl. Ee-haw. She was so cute and small. She had beautiful long eyelashes. She loved to listen to rowdy music. She painted her hooves bright pink. She had to go pee-pee. She loved to play the piano and she wore wild sunglasses. She was a funky, plinky, plonky, winky, tinky, inky, pinky, punky, blinky, dinky donkey. Oh, and that bird sure loves looking at her. They might be good friends. Well, Wonky Donkey had a child and it was a little, what? A girl, that's right. Can you all say hee-haw with me? Hee-haw! She was so cute and small. She had beautiful long eyelashes. She loved to listen to rowdy music. She painted her hooves bright pink. She had to go pee-pee. She loved to play the piano. She wore wild sunglasses. And guess what? Oh, oh, she smelled just as bad as her dad. She was a stinky, funky, plinky, plonky, winky, tinky, inky, pinky, punky, blinky, dinky, donkey. Whew. Whew. What a bad smell. Wonky Donkey had a child. It was a little girl. Oh, look how sweet. Hee-haw! Hee-haw! Oh, and they're just loving on each other. I love that story. Well, good night, everyone. And I'm going to be reading some stories for Thanksgiving, continuing the stories about the Pilgrims. And remember every day to think of something you're thankful for. You know what I'm thankful for? You. All of you. I'm thankful for you today. I love you so much. Good night.
Amen.